From my previous vlog, I promised you guys that we're gonna discuss about different types of motorcycles. We're gonna break it into 3 categories. Alright, first off, we got the sport bikes. Second will be the standard motorcycles. Third will be cruisers. Now here's how it works. Let's go with, of course, sport bikes. Everyone loves sport bikes because they look pretty sick, man. For most sport bikes, or actually all sport bikes, they got full cowling, they got fairings, full fairings. It's fully faired, okay? And they're all really fast. They're tuned to run as fast and as powerful as possible because sport bikes are used for sports, for track. Pwede na pala akong lumiko, hindi ko napansin. Anyway, so my advice is, if you're gonna buy a sport bike, make sure that you're gonna put it into good use. The reason I'm saying this is because I have, as you can see here, I have an entry-level sport bike. It's a 250cc single cylinder sport bike. This is way different than the R version that has 2 cylinders, because for the 2-cylinder model, the Ninja 250R, 300R, even the 400R, the handlebars are different. If you can see here, I got clip-ons. For the R models, nandito siya. Parang may kumbaga sa eyeglasses eh. What do you call that? Temple or something? Whatever. Silong muna ako dito. Meron siyang something dito. Tapos nandito yung handlebars. Alright, so mataas siya. So hindi siya kagaya nito na naka-clip-ons. At they're very uncomfortable. People, remember this. If you're on a sport bike, expect the foot pegs to be almost right beneath your ass. So that's the riding posture when riding a sports bike. Now, maganda to sa mga short rides. Kagaya nito, just got off work, pauwi na ako. Okay lang kasi short ride naman to. You're not gonna ride for long hours. That's totally fine, okay? But for long rides, it's not advisable. Meron nagsasabi, dude, pagbata pa, okay lang yan. People, you have no idea. Okay, I've tried them all. So yeah, sport bikes, short, speedy rides, it's very good. It's the perfect weapon. Now enough with sport bikes. Let's go with the standard motorcycles. Now, for standard motorcycles, it comes with all sorts and different kinds of varieties. We are a huge variety when it comes to standard motorcycles. Kasi ang dami na naglabasan. We got you know, adventure touring motorcycles. We got cafe racers na mataas yung handlebar, hindi naka-clip-ons, or whatever you want to call it. Basta ang idea is cafe racers should, or the body kit of cafe racer should look like a motorcycle they use for tricycles. Kagaya ng mga TMX na yan. Ayan, kagaya nito. Ayan. Yan dapat ang aesthetic ng isang cafe racer. So cafe racer, touring, adventure bikes, you know, like the Versys, Multistrada by Ducati versus, by the way, by Kawasaki. Those kind of motorcycles. The Z650 by Kawasaki. So karamihan ng standard motorcycles, sila yung mga perfect motorcycles to ride or to choose when you plan on going long road trips or long rides. They're the best. Well, not the best, because we still have the third one, cruisers. Everyone loves cruisers. Cruisers, yung mga nakikita nyo sa kalsada na nasa harapan yung paa, ganito, and parang nandito siya, tapos yung handlebars nandito, so sobrang relaxed nun. By the way, for standard motorcycles, you see this guy's posture? Tignan nyo kung nasan yung tapakan niya. Para kang nakaupo lang sa... It just very similar. It feels very similar sitting on a chair. Para ka rin naka-scooter, ganun. So that's what a standard motorcycle looks like and feels like. Feels like you're just sitting relaxed on a chair. Alright, sorry, bumalik ako doon. Alright, again, cruisers. Cruisers, pretty well explanatory. Beautiful motorcycles, very powerful. Karamihan ng cruisers, just so you know guys, they have very huge engine displacements. So kung akala nyo ang big bike is sport bike lang, that's where you're wrong. Naked sport bikes, like the standard motorcycles, they're all considered to be big bikes. Why? Most of them have 400cc or more, 400cc engine displacement. Cruisers, on the other hand, they're crazy huge. Most cruisers out there, especially Harley Davidson models, they've got like 1800 up to 2000 cc's motor. So, you know, they're quite big. Tsaka puro V-twin yung engine niya. Yung tunog niya parang galit na Mustang, parang gano'n. Kasi yung Mustang V's din ang gamit eh. Di sila gumagamit ng kagaya na sa mga Japanese motorcycles, Japanese na sport bikes, yung parang kotse na yung tunog. 4 cylinders, 3 to 4 cylinders naman kasi ang gamit ng most sport bikes na Japanese. I don't know for other brands, but from what I am aware of, BMW, they use 4 cylinders for their motorcycles as well. But Ducati, they have a lot of sport bikes, but their trademark is the twin. They also use a V-twin. It got crazier now because now they have 4. It's like a V-twin kasi, ano yan eh, parang dalawang makina na pinagdikit. Now they have, instead of V-twin, they have like quadruple V's. They call it the V4. Now they have a Panigale V4. Very expensive kasi sobrang pogi naman talaga niya at sobrang gaan. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Harley Davidson model or Harley Davidson motorcycles, they have crazy huge engine displacements, but it doesn't mean that they would go as fast as the Kawasaki H2, which only has 1000cc. Guys, you gotta remember, it's a sports bike as opposed to you know, a cruiser or a standard motorcycle. They're really powerful, guys. They're bikes that are not to mess around with, so please be careful if you plan on buying or if you plan on riding a sports bike. It's, you know, it's crazy. There's a reason why they call it crotch rockets, okay? Believe it or not, the Cafe Racer of Morristar, which is the next bike I'm gonna get in the future. It's 400cc, right? It only has one cylinder, same as mine, but it was not tuned or built for racing or for tracks. They're built for comfort and flexibility on the road. So ang top speed lang niya, kung di ako nagkakamali, is like around maybe 140 or 150. I don't even know if it could reach 160. I'm not sure. Haven't seen anyone tried it on a vlog. Wala pa akong nakikita eh. Meron nakita dati sa A-Tune, pero naka Z650 na siya ngayon eh. I don't know what happened to his cafe racer. So going back to speeds, 400cc, it only tops up to 140, 150 depending on the type of motorcycle. I guess yung CB400 na yung Super 4, madami may gusto nun kasi 4 cylinders siya eh. I think it tops around 180 or 190. So it really depends. So it doesn't mean that you have 400cc, they're the same speed. It doesn't work like that, guys. For mine, believe it or not, my top speed here is 162. 162. Some can even go 165. But I would, you know, I can always reach 162 very easy. Gumagapang na siya ng mga 160 na actually. So extra 2 kilometers na yun, kaya kunin na ni itong baby ko. Ngayon, hindi porket naka 1,800cc ka na Harley Davidson or 1,500 or kung anumang model ang meron ka na Harley Davidson, eh matatalo mo na yung 1,000cc na litter bike or sport bike. Guys, it doesn't work that way, okay? Do some research, read, and ang buhay ngayon actually parang Matrix lang din eh. Naalala nyo yung mga scenes doon na kailangan nilang may matutunan input lang sa utak nila. Nowadays we have Google, we have YouTube. You can almost, you know, learn anything, almost anything when you surf online. So yeah, 3 categories of motorcycle. It's up to you now which to get. Kanya-kanya naman talagang trip yan eh. It really depends on how you want your motorcycle to help out during your everyday life, during, you know, sa lifestyle nyo eh. It's up to you now which to get. Comfort, standard. For comfort, cruisers, the most comfortable of them all. Cruisers. Standard, not as comfortable as cruisers, but still very comfortable. And it ain't nothing compared to the, you know, to sport bikes. Sport bikes, the least comfortable bike of the three categories I mentioned, but the most powerful,